If you have any difficulty, chat with IT, who is online with us. And I want to thank Lion Siobhan for being here with us and assisting us through this process. We will share the recording of this meeting for those who could not attend. So it is currently being recorded, and we will begin. Okay, so this meeting, the first official District Governor Advisory Meeting for Zone 2A is now called to order at 4:15 p.m. We will begin with an opening prayer by Lion Dolores Hodge, MJF of the St. Thomas East End Lions Club.
And can everybody hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Good afternoon, my fellow Leos, Lions, and guests. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and grief to bear. What a privilege to carry. Everything to God in prayer. Heavenly Father, this is the day that you have made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Today, as we come to our first zone meeting, our first District Governors Advisory Committee meeting, we bring before you our esteemed Lions, our District Governor, Lion Alexander, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow, and our beautiful Zone Chairperson, Lion Khadija de Lagarde, Melvin Jones Fellow, our Lions and Leos present and online. We pray for a productive meeting this afternoon. Heavenly Father, our mission is to serve to the less fortunate. Help us to carry out the goals of our district governor this Lionistic year, 2024-2025, dear God. We pray for those, our Lions who have lost, all those that have lost our Lions and Leos this year. May their souls rest in eternal. Heavenly Father, at this time we pray against all disasters, for this is the time we experience these disasters. We pray, peace be still. We pray against these earthquakes that we are experiencing as well. Heavenly Father, I pray, dear God, for all that are hurting, depressed, confused, and are going through many challenges today. Dear God, let them be reminded that you are the waymaker, the healer, provider, comforter, and the peacemaker, if they would only trust in you. Let them bring their situations to you and leave it at the foot of the cross. For you are the truth, the way, and the life. Have mercy on us, dear God. Lord, we need you now more than ever. Ask for peace in this whole world, love and unity among ourselves and each other. Lord, if I have not included everything, you know my heart, dear Lord. Bless it. Thank you in Jesus' name. Bless this meeting now, dear Lord. In Jesus' precious name I pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. And thank you, Lion Dolores. Okay, so next we will have the Virgin Islands March, followed by the Virgin Islands Territorial Song.
the huts of history's plains, our ancestors bled and died. But with strength and with power we overcame to restore Virgin Islands' pride. To preserve the beauty, we devised a plan to obtain ownership of your precious land. Educating your people is the golden key to maintain the success of this territory. Oh, how radiant are your daughters, and how wealthy are your sons. Your beaches boast your beauty, and your success is second to none. Green and brilliant are your hillsides, they replenish our hopes and pride. Oh, beautiful Virgin Islands, your qualities can never be denied. Oh, beautiful Virgin Islands, your qualities can never be denied.
All right. We will now have a moment of silence for world peace. And we ask that you also take this moment to remember those lions, Leos, families of lions and Leos that have passed on. And we also ask that you take this moment to think of those who are fighting illness in this world, both in Lionism and again, their families during this time. Okay, thank you. We will next have the reading of the Lions Code of Ethics, done by Lion Pauline James of the Frederiksted Twin City Lions Club. Lion Pauline.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Lions Code of Ethics. To show my faith in the worthiness of my vocation by industrious application to the end that I may merit a reputation for quality of service. To seek success and to demand all fair remuneration as my just due, but to accept no profit or success at the price of my own self-respect because of unfair advantage taken or because of questionable acts on my part. To remember that in building up my business, it is not necessary to tear down another's, to be loyal to customers and clients and true to myself. Whenever a doubt arises as to the right or ethics of my position or actions towards my fellow kind, to resolve such action against myself. To hold friendship as an end, not a means. To hold that true friendship exists not on account of the service performed, but by one to another. But that true friendship demands nothing but accepts service in the spirit in which it is giving. Always bear in mind my obligations as a citizen to my nation, my province, and my community, to give to them my unswerving loyalty in word, act, and deed, to give to them freely of my time, labor, and means, to aid my fellow kind by giving sympathy to those in distress, my aid to the weak, and my sustenance to the needy, to be careful with my criticism and liberal with my praise, to build up and not destroy.
Thank you, Lion Pauline. And now I would kindly ask if we have a Leo available to read the Leo objects for us. Mhm. I thought I saw at least one. Okay, if not, I have another volunteer to read the Leo objects.
To provide the youths of the world an opportunity for development and contribution individually and collectively as a responsible member of the local, national, and international community, to stimulate among its members acceptance of high ethical standard, to provide experience through service to the community, to promote international understanding. Leo objects.
Thank you so much, Lion Hakeem. I appreciate it. All right. And so now I would like to extend a formal welcome once again to this zone meeting. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules and towards the end of the day in your Saturday. I know we had some clubs that were already busy with service projects and activities this morning and ended this afternoon. So I thank you especially for taking the time to both serve the community and then jump on here to tell us about your service. At this time, I would first like to introduce our esteemed region chair, Lion Franklin Maynard. Lion Franklin, thank you for joining us this afternoon. And we'll have a few remarks from you later on. So thank you for being here. I'd also like to recognize and acknowledge all other district officers that are present, along with our MJFs and PMJFs that are present. We thank you for your leadership and service. And we will also ask now that the club's the presidents will go ahead and introduce themselves and welcome their members to the meeting. We'll begin with the Charlotte Amalie St. Thomas Lions Club. Okay, I did see Lion Jackie online. She may have gotten disconnected, but a warm welcome to Lion President Jacqueline Freeman and I am very sorry about that, Lion President Helen Hart, and the members of the Charlotte Amalie St. Thomas Lions Club. Yeah, she may have had some connection issues. She was on. So we'll look out for her return as she comes in to present her report later on. But a warm welcome to the club as well. For the Frederiksted Twin City Lions Club.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. This is President James Orlando Gaston, along with the club members, Lion, I know the Lion Secretary, and I saw Lion Bev online. Thank you all very much for attending. This is, again, James Orlando Gaston, Frederiksted Twin City Lions Club. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome. The Lions Club of Tortola.
Good afternoon. I am President Amaral Newton. Thank you for having us today to attend this Zoom meeting. I will welcome members. I think I saw Daffodil Sampson. I saw Lion Kamika. I'm not sure whom else I saw around, but welcome to all my club members. And thank you again for having us.
Thank you for being here. The St. Thomas East End Lions Club.
Good afternoon, Madam Zone Chair. I know that our president had offered apologies for her. Lion Shirley Kittel Hendricks had to work, and I think our secretary, Lion Diane, even though I think I saw that she may have been on. But I also see we have Lion Dolores Hodge, who offered the invocation before the opening prayer. Lion Dolores Hodge, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow. Lion Lillian V. Molina, Melvin Jones Fellow. And like I said, I think I saw Lion Diane Lee, Melvin Jones Fellow. Yours truly, Bernal S. De Lagarde, MJF. And of course, you as Zone Chair, Lion Khadija A.V. De Lagarde, MJF. Good afternoon, and thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, the St. Croix Lions Club. So for the St. Croix Lions Club, I do extend apologies on behalf of Lion Lucien Downs, who is off island at this time and unable to join us, as well as Lion Hugh Sanchez. And I believe that Lion Beverly may be trying to join us as well. Not sure if she was able to get on, but any other Lions from the St. Croix Lions Club, I extend a welcome to you as well. Okay. The Valley Sound Lions Club.
Good afternoon, President. Good afternoon to everyone. This is Lion Norbert Young, President, MJF, representing Valley Sound Lions Club. I've seen two of my members, of the club members here, which is Lion Laura Jean Stevens, MJF, and Lion Hakeem Cricket. Welcome to all, and I know that we have a productive and progressive meeting this evening.
Thank you so much. Okay, and do we have anyone from the Anegada Branch Club this afternoon?
Know that we have a productive and progressive meeting.
Good afternoon again. I spoke with President Shirley today.
Okay, and do we have anyone from?
If I may.
Sorry. Yep, go ahead, Lion Amaral.
Thank you. I spoke with President Shirley today. They too were having a project throughout the day. So I understood from her that she may or may not attend, or she may log in a bit later on. So I would just like to extend welcome to if any of her members are on, and we will look out for her to join us a bit later.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, and
okay.
Can you hear me? Like Lion. Yes. Hi, Lion Helen. Good afternoon.
Okay, finally. Okay, I had a bit of a challenge there.
No worries, no worries.
Okay. This is Lion Helen Charlotte Amali, St. Thomas Lions Club President, and I'm going to ask my members who are online to please introduce yourselves.
Good afternoon, Lions. My name is Lisa Evans. I'm the club secretary.
Good afternoon, Lion Marvey Emanuel.
Good afternoon, Lion Pat Wilshire.
Okay, that seems that's all that is there from the Charlotte Amali St. Thomas Lions Club. Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you, and thank you to the Lions for the introductions. Are we blessed with the presence of any Leos today from the Leo Club of Tortola?
Good afternoon, it's me again, President Alberto. As the Leos also fall under my remit,
Mhm.
I will give apologies. I did speak with President, but I believe she had a prior engagement as the meeting notice was a little bit late to getting to her. So I do have some information to fill in the reporting section.
Okay.
But just at this moment, we don't have anyone from the Leo Club of Tortola on.
Okay, and that is perfectly fine and understandable. We know that we appreciate that our youth are active in our communities, so I know they are out doing well. And I imagine that that is the same for the Valley Sound Leo Club, unless we have any online. Okay. Okay, perfect. Well, again, thank you, and welcome. I hope for this meeting to be a productive one. I would like it to be as interactive as possible, and we kind of keep the flow going so that we can also get you out of here pretty quickly. And towards the end of this, you may have seen on the agenda that after adjournment, we will have a quick sip and chat. This is going to be an opportunity for everyone to unmute themselves and just kind of talk about anything that they would like to as far as Lionism, your clubs, how you're feeling, and if you have any questions. So at that point, and I say at that point, and not right now as we're conducting a little bit of business, at that point, you can grab a glass of wine or the beverage of your choice, and we do a brief sip and chat for those who would like to stay on. Okay. So for next item we will have is the review of the meeting minutes of the 3rd District Governor's Advisory Meeting held on June 29th, 2024. This was sent out via email and through the WhatsApp chat to the presidents and secretaries this morning. So I'm going to pull it up in case you did not have an opportunity to review. We will do a very quick perusal, and then we'll ask for any corrections to the minutes and then go from there. Okay. Bear with me one second. I'm sorry, Jacqueline, did you have a question? I see your hand is raised.
Yes, I wasn't sure whether or not we were able to be recognized. My phone shut down right at the same time as they were doing the introductions.
Okay. Your phone is going out a little bit, but it sounds like it may have cleared up. So yes, you can certainly go ahead and do that at this time.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for the opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jacqueline Freeman, the president of the East St. Thomas Lions Club. And I would also like to welcome everyone and also welcome the members from our club that are present. We have Leona Malone Dawson, Donna Freeman Wood is here with me. Thank you, and we're looking forward to a productive meeting.
Okay, thank you. All right, perfect. All right, so let me pull up the meeting minutes for us. Okay, is everyone able to see it on your screens? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the meeting minutes, again, from the Third District Governor's Advisory Meeting held on Saturday, June 29th, 2024. Just going through page 1. All right, so I know I went through that pretty quickly, and it it is a little lengthy. I do thank past zone chair Lion Kamika for preparing these minutes. It was important for both of us that it was complete, as a lot of important information was shared during that meeting. So it will be available. Again, it was shared via email and to the president and secretary's chat. So I'm sure they will be sharing that with the clubs following this meeting. So with that, do we have any corrections to the minutes?
This is Lion Vernell.
Go ahead.
Extensive minutes. Well done. Thank you, past zone chair, Lion Kamika. Item 45, just so we're keeping the record straight in terms of that. Item 45 is just a correction of your name, zone chair, without the H at the end.
Okay, duly noted. And thank you.
And I think I see it in something else, 48, or whatever it is anyway. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other corrections? All right. Hearing none, I would like to entertain a motion to accept the minutes as corrected.
Lion Helen Hart, Charlotte Amali, St. Thomas Lions Club. I move that we accept the minutes as corrected.
And is there a second?
Lion Zone Chair, Lion Vernell, I move that we accept as corrected. I'm sorry, I second. I second the motion of Lion Helen to accept the minutes as corrected. Thank you.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Not voting? All right. Motion carries and the minutes have been approved and accepted as corrected. Thank you. Okay, now going into matters arising. Okay, so one matter from the minutes are the zone uniforms, and I will turn this over to past zone chairman Lion Kamika Forbes, MJF, to speak on this matter.
Thank you, esteemed Lion Zone Chair, Lion Khadija de Lagarde, MJF. Greetings, Lions, especially to our Lion Region Chair, Lion Franklin Maynard, other distinguished Lions, Leo Lions and Leos, or PMJFs, as well as our Melvin Jones Fellows. Fellow Lions and Leos, good afternoon. I'm happy to greet you again this afternoon. Just to give a quick update, I know long-awaited update on the progress that we're hoping to make on settling our uniform, zone uniform that is. Members would be aware that the current uniform is the teal polo shirt that I'm wearing currently, worn with a white pants and I believe white shoes as well. Just a bit of a background for members. One of the things that was raised during last Lionistic year was the difficulty or challenges in getting these polo shirts printed and distributed to each club throughout our zone, no matter how small and close we are. As a result, there was a suggestion as to whether or not each club or each even island territory should have its own distinct uniform, and whether we should even consider changing the zone uniform completely. What has been done, and I hope that your presidents would be in receipt of a survey. It should take up less than 5 minutes, 3 minutes tops to complete. I think it's about maybe 6 questions in total, 5 or 6 questions. And it's just basically finding out members, their position on whether or not they like the uniform, if they think we should change the uniform, and also whether or not you'd like to be part of the committee that, or subcommittee that would determine or make proposals to the zone on the uniform as we go forward. I'm asking members to take a time to just complete this survey. I know the link was just shared. As I said, it takes a few minutes. I'm hoping to have all the surveys returned by the 21st of April. I'm giving members some time, as I know that we all have a lot happening within our lives. So, and then I'm hoping to have the first meeting of the uniform subcommittee towards the end of April, with a view to us actually getting some proposals together and brought back to the wider body. So I just want to thank Lion Zone Chair Khadija for giving me this opportunity. And also I want to thank the Lions for their patience. I know that it was something that I promised to advance even within my year, but I had not been able to. But we are certainly on track and looking forward to having members' input, as well as hopefully your bodies as part of that committee that helps determine the way forward. So like I said, please take the few minutes that it will take to complete the survey, and I look forward to hearing from members. Members may also reach out to me directly if you like to share any of your views offline. So thank you, Lion Zone Chair Khadija.
Thank you, Kamika, past zone chair, and thank you for your commitment to this project and taking this task on. I know it was important for you to get it going, and it was your pledge that you would see it through, even through this Lionistic year. So I thank you for your commitment to it and putting the survey together. So we encourage you all to complete the survey. As you said, it's quick, it's easy. Just providing your feedback, and then we can see where it goes from there. All right, so thank you again. Okay. At this time, I would like to say a warm welcome to Lion Daffodil Sampson, MJF, our Global Membership Team Coordinator. At this time, we'll have a presentation by Lion Daffodil, primarily on membership and Worldwide Induction Day. Lion Daffodil.
Thank you, Lion Zone Chair. If you would allow me to share my screen.
Absolutely.
Okay, you can see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful, thank you. Lion Zone Chair, Lion Khadija, Region Chair, Lion Franklin, Presidents, distinguished Lions and Leo leaders, past and present, my fellow Lions and Leos, good afternoon. It is my pleasure today to present to you on membership growth in Zone 2A, under the theme, Grow Lions, Grow Impact. I would like this session to be interactive, so I'm inviting members to please feel free to ask questions and share, and please do engage. A quick recap show declining membership in Zone 2A over the past 3 years. We know the culprits: membership burnout or fatigue, lack of engagement, limited new member onboarding, external pressures, age in membership, and sadly, our members are transitioning to higher service. How do we address this trend? Let's take a look at why people join Lions. I want to take a moment to think back. When you first said yes to becoming a Lion, was it something, was it that someone extended the invitation to you? Did you feel a warm welcome? Or did you see a chance to be a part of something greater than yourself? Did you see a chance to make a difference in your community? Was there a specific moment or a specific person that influenced your decision? Lions, I'd love to hear from you today. Tell me, why did you decide to join Lions Club? I'd like to hear from two members, if you may. Why did you decide to join Lions Club? Don't all speak at once.
Okay, this is Lion Vernell. I'll start it off. First of all, I was a lioness coming in the early 80s, 83. And as we moved into, from lionesses to lions, I became charter president of the St. Thomas East and Lions Club after being in the St. Thomas East Lioness Club. So it is a great opportunity to give service, and I'm a service-oriented individual, so it doesn't take much to push me to do that in helping others the best way that I can. I always tell people, while you need to have some money to remain as a member, the main thing is the service though. So if you don't have the money, you give the service anyway, because there are others, as bad as it may be for you, there are others who are really in need. And I always saw that opportunity. And at the same time, you reward members for doing the things that they can do. So.
Yes. Thank you, Lion Vernell. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Can we have one more member from another Lions Club share with us? I'm interested as to why we chose to join this service journey today.
If I may, President Amaral, Lions Club of Tortola. For me, Lions was an activity, or the actions of Lions is something that I grew up knowing. My dad was a Lion for, I guess, all of my life, and I would have been serving from a young person, a child, what's not, assisting here or there or going to functions and so on. And though I would be working with him, to take and make my own initial step out, it was when I really realized the impact, the actual finite impact that we can have on any single individual person and how we can assist them. Those are some of the reasons why I decided to step out. Even in retrospect, just now, I was considering that I should have joined much earlier, probably back in Leo's, but as life would have it, this may have been the best time for me to be around. So that's just my 2 cents. Thank you.
Thank you, President Amaral, for sharing with us today. Now, in the Virgin Islands and across the Caribbean, we know the importance of community and of connection. We live it every single day. So as we think about why it is we chose to join our Lion journey and why we begin to serve, I want you to remember that this is more than just membership. This is about being a part of a movement that's bigger than any one of us. Lions International is a movement that enables the upliftment of people through impactful service. The Lions International enables us to make our world a better place. And by being Lions, we can all do that together. We want to take a look now on how do we keep the spark alive and how do we inspire persons to join our mission. People join Lions for 3 key reasons. The number one motivator behind persons joining the movement is to serve their community. People feel if they're doing something meaningful, people feel good when they're doing something meaningful. When they see us handing out bags of groceries to persons in need, or helping children get glasses, or taking care of the elderly, they feel that this ignites their spirit of service and their interest in serving their community. Every single day, there's someone within our own community who wants to serve, somebody who wants to give back. Some just don't know where to start. Now, all they're waiting for from us is an invitation. And guess what? If we don't invite them, someone else will. Maybe another organization would invite them, or maybe they'll just stand on the sidelines and just never step into their full potential. The second reason for joining is that person seeks friendship and networking. Lions clubs aren't just about service. We are about connection. Think about the friends you've made within this room. Some of us have met lifelong friends through Lions. We've traveled to new countries. And for younger members, this is an opportunity for them to network and grow relationships with Lion leaders and also with leaders within our community and also across the district and multiple districts. Let's be honest. People don't stay because of our bylaws and our board meetings. They stay because of the connections that they make within their clubs and across the district. Clubs can thrive. Clubs that thrive create a culture of belonging. And that means actively engaging every single member, old and new. If your club have been running the same way for 20 plus years, but you struggle to retain members, it is not a them problem, it is an us problem. Now, I want you to take a moment and really picture your Lions Club. Imagine the faces of your fellow Lions, those who have been there through thick and thin. Think back of the last Solpice project that you executed, the energy that you felt, the impact. Reflect on your most recent club meeting. What was the vibe like? Was it electric, full of passion and determination, or did you feel like we were just going through the motions? The third reason why persons join Lions is that they value leadership opportunities. Lions is has one of the best leadership development programs, and it is the best leadership development organization in the world. I believe that with all of my heart. Whether you're running a fundraising project or you're leading a serving project or you're taking a club role or a district role, this organization helps people grow into leaders. And when we feel like we're growing, we stay. Thus, it is important that we engage our members in all club activities, especially our new members. As clubs across Zone 2A, ask yourself, are we growing? Are we embracing fresh energy, new ideas, new hands that are eager to serve? Or are we becoming too comfortable sticking with what we know because it's familiar? Here's something we need to keep in mind. Clubs that don't grow don't thrive. It is a reality, and it's a reality we cannot ignore. Thus, but it's not something that we need to fear. It's a call for us to act. Every single day is an opportunity for us to invite new people to join us and to welcome new perspectives, new passion, and new hands for service. When we do that, we create something dynamic, something that will not only survive, but continue to shine strong and vibrant for years to come. So remember, people don't just join Lions, they join a mission, they join relationships, and they join opportunities. If we focus on these three things, we won't just recruit members, we'll keep them engaged for life. We know the old adage, more people equal more problems. But let's flip that thinking. More people equal increased diversity with more hands to serve, more ideas, more leaders, more impact. The largest Lions clubs in the world did not get there by staying comfortable. They got there because they believed that every member brought something valuable to the table. So ask yourself something today. What's one thing could you do as a member within your Lions Club to be more welcoming to members? I want to put that question out there to our members. Just one thing that you have either been doing to make persons feel more welcome, or one thing you think you can do better in order to make persons feel more welcome. So I'm inviting you to share again. I don't want to just be the only person speaking. I want to hear from our zone members or leaders. Please share with us one thing you can do to be more welcoming. I do see a list of participants. I don't want to call names, but can I have someone share at this point?
If I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, one of the things we could possibly do is that probably at the club level is to use name tags in meetings. So each Lion would have a name tag on their vest or on their jacket. This is in the general meetings. Okay. So it allows persons to certainly identify, put names to faces and that sort of thing.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. And I think it would help as well for our perspectives to get to know us and be able to interact with us if we're actually, if they can actually have that written visible tag, name tag. Thank you, Regent Chair. I believe that was Regent Chair Franklin.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's be honest. We're going to move on to the top 3 recruiting strategies. So we're going to be honest with each other today. Recruiting new members can be uncomfortable. We all experience this. We don't want to be too pushy. We don't want to hear no. And it's the same as fundraising. We don't want to hear no. And sometimes we assume that if someone wanted to join, they would just ask us, right? But here's the reality. Most people don't join because they weren't interested. They join because they don't join because they were never invited. So today, I want you to share I want to share with you 3 simple actionable strategies that would make recruitment feel natural and effective and hopefully something that every member can do starting today. Number 1, personal invitation works best. 80% of members join because someone asked them. Be intentional. Invite people that you know well. Think about how you became a Lion. Did you just wake up one day and then Googled, where's the nearest Lions Club? Or did someone ask you to join? Number 2, don't just tell, show. Invite prospective to service projects before asking them to join. People want to see impact before committing. Let's flip the script on recruitment today. Instead of saying, hey, want to join Lions? Try this instead. We're feeding 200 families in Christiansted next Saturday. Come out and help us. Or we're giving vision screenings at Enos Adams Primary School next week. Would you like to come and help our youths get better vision? When people experience what we do, they feel the impact. And when they feel it, they want to be a part of it. And finally, leverage visibility and outreach. Use social media to share your club's activities, be present at community events, and engage the public. Wear your Lions pin and your Lions gear. We spend a lot of time talking about recruiting new members, but retention is just as important because getting new members in the door is only half of the battle. Keeping them is what builds strong and vibrant clubs. Think about it. How many members have we gained over the past 5 years? And how many stayed? If we're constantly bringing persons in the front door but losing them out the back, we're running in place. So let's just fix that. We're going to talk about 3 easy steps to engage members. First, you want to engage your new members early. Don't just let them sit and listen. They joined to do. They didn't just join to sit in the seats and actually attend meeting. They joined to do. Think about a time when you started something new. whether it was just a new job or a team. If no one gave you anything to do, how long would you have stayed? Within the first 30 days, every new member should have a role. It could be something small, like helping out at a service project or just making phone calls or even greeting persons at meetings. But they need to feel involved from day one. And that goes for every member, new and old. Seasoned. 2, recognize and appreciate members regularly. People stay where they feel valued. That is true through Lions. It is true in our personal lives. Recognition is not just about plaques and awards. It's about a culture of appreciation. Say thank you often and publicly at meetings, on social media, in newsletters. Celebrate contributions, whether it's big or small, and check in with members personally, especially the ones who have been less active. We appreciate our fellow Lions, but sometimes we wrongly assume they already know. 3, create a fun and welcoming club culture. People stay where they feel connected. If meetings feel like a chore, members will stop showing up. Make meetings less business and more interactive, mixing social events so that we can build stronger bonds of fellowship and friendship. Let members shape the club's future by being open to their ideas. My fellow Lions, in closing, recruitment isn't just about selling, it's about inviting. It's about making it easy for people to say yes to something that is meaningful. Retention isn't just about keeping members, it's about keeping members engaged, inspired, and active. And here's the secret. Happy members stay longer. Engaged members recruit others. So when we focus on retention, recruitment automatically takes care of itself. Lions, this is not just about recruitment, it's about legacy. It's about making sure that 5, 10, 20 years from now, there's still a Lions Club serving your community. Because if we don't grow, we will fade. If we don't invite, we will shrink. If we don't make people feel like they belong, they will go somewhere else. Today isn't just about talking, it is about action. District 60B Worldwide Induction Day is scheduled for April 26, 2025, 12 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time. And this is an excellent and another opportunity to grow our clubs in Zone 2A and strengthen our impact. At the start of the Lion Year, Lion District Governor Alan Alexander invited each club across Sub-District 60B to set a goal to add 5 new members. If every club in Zone 2A meet this goal, how many more hands will we have to serve? How many more lives can we actually change? So I'm going to leave you today with this quote from Helen Keller. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. Thank you, Lion Zone Chair, for the opportunity to speak with our members today. And thank you, everyone, for sharing your time and attention with me. I would open if anyone have any questions or would like to add anything to our presentation today. Thank you again for your attention.
All right, that was wonderful. Thank you so much, Lion Daffodil. Let's hear it for Lion Daffodil and thank her for that wonderful workshop. It is truly important as we continue to build and grow and continue to serve our community. We can't do it alone. We need some fresh ideas and we need to be able to shed some light and bring some light to those that are coming in as well, so that again, we don't just bring them in, but we're able to keep them in, keep them active, and maybe that newfound energy can play off on some of our members as well that may be lagging a little bit. So thank you. And we look forward to the Worldwide Induction Day. I know clubs are working hard on getting their folks set up and ready for it. Again, just remember that the deadline for the submission of your prospective Lions and Leos is on April 11th. All right. So Lion Daffodil, again, thank you. Much appreciated.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Sophia.
Of course. All right. We are now going to go into our club reports. And Lion Daff, thank you. All right. So we're going to go into our club reports, as I mentioned. All right. So Lions, Leos, this is your time to shine. Each of the clubs, presidents and secretaries have been asked to prepare a brief report to share their highlights and successes throughout the year, as well as, some of the challenges that we face naturally. And so I will turn it over to the clubs, presidents, secretaries, or their respective representatives today, if they are not present, to go through and present. They'll each have 3 to 5 minutes to tell us what their club is up to. All right, so we will first start with the Frederiksted Twin City Lions Club. And let me get that. All right, Lion James.
And good afternoon, Zone Chair.
Good afternoon.
I know we have already set across the board the welcoming and the proper the president has set for the proper dignitaries. So I'll just go ahead and say who I am again, Lion James Orlando Gaston for the Frederiksted Twin City Lions Club. And good afternoon all. Next slide, please. I guess I'll. Okay. The club's goal and the tracking, as our intention is to get 2 new members, and we are desperately working on that. And with the members, we didn't lose any members. So our net members remain at 0, and our current members is 19. Okay, next on the agenda, on the items, the international dues and the district dues. I know the district dues that is in progress, and we are working on that. The LCIF and the Leo international dues and the Leo district dues, all of those dues are up to date. So we only have one of the, we are already falling short in the district and the disaster dues. Next slide, please. For our service report, and it's right there. If we could take a minute and just look at it, we was hitting the ball with hitting the tough running. On 9/14, the club donated bottles of water to seniors at the whim garden independent living, and we went onto the market for a bake sale. And I think that bake sale was it was, I think the members had a lot of fun there. We did very well. Again, on 10/12 of 2024, we had our annual breakfast in our adopted park. We served the less fortunate and the Frederiksted community. Again, that was outstanding, and they commended on the food that they got and what was served. And the week after I went to the park, I met some of the less fortunates out there enjoying our park, and they were asking when are we gonna come back again. So they did enjoy that breakfast. Then again on 12/16, the club met. The club met with at the Hubbard Greg for the age, and where Miss Annie Martinez, we presented them with toiletries and supplies for the residents, and that was an interesting event also. Again, on 12/11 throughout 12/24, the club sorted package of mail of 127. Oh, I can't see that. What's to the back? The glasses to LCIF, and that collection spanned over 3 months. So, we were engaged in our activity, in our service arena, and I think the club has to be commended for a job well done. Next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Yes, Lion James, this is the next slide.
Okay, I do apologize.
It's okay.
Going right along with the service report again. On the beginning of the year, we started out, just doing what we do best. On 1/22/25, the club donated two checks to Mr. Quinones, a student who will be or has traveled across or will be traveling across the mainland with Project Promise. And that day he came in with his parents. We were having a meeting, came in his parents, and the American Cancer Society were represented we donated the checks to him. And that put a big smile on his face and everyone else. On 2/22, our annual luncheon again in the park, as the park, as the park, we went out there and did what we do best. We served the less fortunate again. And during that time, whilst we were serving them, we, installed solar lights at the park also. And I think that day we actually hit more than one service, but that day we had a lot going on. And there we go again. The members came out and we had fun just taking care of the less fortunate and taking care of the park. On 3/8 to 3/9 of 2025, the Health Site Community and Service Community distributed heater meals to the residents of the senior communities throughout the island, and the American Red Cross contracted Lion Hermina to pick up the meals, and she loaded her truck with over 60 cases of heater meals and distributed it herself along with the club. So there again, we are out there just doing what we do best. And those are some of the highlights of the pictures are there. We talk about looks like that's yours truly trying to get some cake over there. That's on the market with a big sale. That's when it was actually on the other side. That's when we was actually presenting the Cancer Society breakfast in the park, and also over here at the Hubbard Grade. So, and the distributing the water and stuff like this at the Wim Garden. So there you go, Madam Zone Chair. We got we got some more stuff. That is Mr. Quinones. That's when he came over, and that's his parents, and was distributing the checks. There we go with Lion Beverly there. She is just doing her thing with the heated meals. And again, on the right side of the screen, we all out there with the luncheon in the park. Thank you so very much. Again, just to continue the highlights, all members continue to support LCIF, leaders and organization excellence. The club is in good standard with international dues, and everything is paid and up to date. Okay, the marketing strategy, the club is actually working and maintaining its Facebook page and utilizing social media for any kind of activities. And the biggest challenge we have, the Lion talked about it earlier, and I took some of her data that I'm going to utilize, the recruitment and retention. This is becoming, a nightmare on, I guess, every club street. So the more we work with trying to recruit and trying to do our best to retain, I think the club one day will have newer faces and younger faces. So we are taking all that data and to consideration and trying to implement it. Next slide, please. The club goals, our goals and future events or next steps is to increase membership. And we came up with a strategy. This club came up with a strategy to ask, individuals for 2 hours of their time instead of asking them to, for anything else. I think we broke it down to hours. So ask them for hours of their time throughout the month. We'll put that into play to see how good that will work. And another big challenge again, we talk about the recruiting. So our goal is to at least recruit 2 new members before or during this Lionistic year or beyond. And our biggest challenge is to find a place, a meeting place that is suitable. And again, to improve communication among and between members. We're looking to establish a club tree, and so that members could actually, come together, or if not communicate together, if not get that, warm and fuzzy between all the members, especially members that haven't been, seen in a meeting for a minute or two, because we all have challenges. So again, the club has a speech competition coming up in April 25th. We're looking forward to that. We usually do, a great job on this. And packets were distributed to approximately 7 middle schools. So the club is awaiting response from applications from the participating schools. Scholarships for the graduating students at the University of the Virgin Islands and the Claudio Marco High School Achieve program are also on the way. Next slide, please. And that is the end of my report. And if we do have questions, I could entertain them, but there we go. I turn it over to you, Madam Zone Chair.
Thank you so much, Lion President. And we thank you for your much detailed report and for your presentation and all that your club has been doing and will continue to do to serve your our community.
Thank you.
All right. Moving right on to, I'm actually going to double back and go to the Charlotte Amalie St. Thomas Lions Club with Lion Helen. And I'll pull that up for you right now, Lion Helen.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Good afternoon, Lions. Okay, I'll start with our membership report. I'm sure that our zone remember that last year the Lions Club took quite a loss. We lost 6 members during last year. That we are still missing and that we are still mourning. So at that time, our membership did take quite a dip. However, we were able to bring it back up this year. Our membership now stands at 42 members. We have 3 privileged members and we have 5 life members, a total of 42. Well, active members were 34 with a total of 42 members. So even though we lost quite a number, we were able to recruit this year and added new members to our club. Our financial obligation, we have no outstanding financial obligation. All our international and district dues are paid and up to date. Our club highlights for this year. For humanitarian service, we did our annual food pantry project. This is a project where we select one day where we go out to Cost You Less. We stand outside the door. We ask shoppers as they go into shop if they would put 1 or 2 baskets, put 1 or 2 items in their basket to donate to the Family Resource Center and Catholic Charities. We spend practically from 9 a.m. in the morning to about 5 in the afternoon doing that. At the end of the day, we had 10 large boxes of food and supplies. We divided those 10 boxes into 5 each for each of the charities. They came, they collected their boxes, and we also collected some cash money, almost $1,000, which they also get half of that each. So that was our humanitarian project. For LCIF, as you know, last year we added 1 new Melvin Jones Fellow. This year we added another Melvin Jones Fellow in the name of Lion Rita Cater. For membership, as I said earlier, we added 4 new members. And I'm happy to say 2 of those members are male and 2 are female. And they are also younger than our standard age Lions at this time. As you know, our club are older members and these are much younger members. So I'm hoping they're going to bring some excitement and new ideas to our club. And we will also accept what they bring to the club because sometimes we tend to want to do things because they're status quo. Another humanitarian project that we had is our annual Christmas luncheon for the resident at the Elder Shelterburn facilities. This is a behavioral facilities, and for years we have been going there and bringing Christmas joy and cheer to these residents at that center. Another humanitarian project that we did is we did donate some items to the Queen Louise home. They said they needed 2 microwaves, they needed Pampers, and they needed some food stuff such as breakfast stuff. They wanted cereals like oatmeal and cream of wheat. So we did all of that and we did a donation for them during the month of December. Our cancer project this year, during the cancer month for breast cancer, we invited someone who have survived a stage 4 cancer, breast cancer. Her name is Renette Richards. She came, she gave a presentation to our club. We were so touched by her journey towards this cancer and what she is doing. So after her cancer, and she's a survivor, she developed an organization called Pain the Tongue Pain. And she does a fundraiser every year. So because we are so enthused with her presentation, we did a 500 donation towards her project. For our youth, as we know, we adopted Jenny to a school and we continue to supply them with any books, any items they need. We continue to supply them with whatever they need. Our fundraising for this year, we had two. We had a soup sale, and of course, we had our honorary luncheon where we honored 4 outstanding women in our community. Our theme for this luncheon was celebrating women of resilience and inspiration. And our honorees were Francine Pensipio, Elesta Peters Morton, Shirley Kittel Hendricks, Melvin Jones Fellow, past council chair, and Cheryl Shelterbrand Plaskett. Our challenges, as usual, um, as you know, our club is an older club and they have challenges coming to meeting. Most of the time, they don't come to meeting, they don't come to our projects and activities, but they are financial because they pay their dues. So most of the time, we know we don't have a good number when we go out to do projects. That's because they have their challenges coming out. So that is one of our bigger challenges. For this year, for the first time, we seem to be having a little challenge in terms of finding officers. Now, we've not had that challenge in years because we have not recycled president until last year, within the last 1 or 2 years. But we're having a little challenge this year and we'll get over it. Some of our successes, our fundraising efforts, we were able to raise enough funds to support our projects. Our district, we are always able to pay our district and international dues in a timely manner. Our reports are done monthly on the Lion portal, and we continue to have regular board and general meetings. What will happen by now and the end of the year? We are going to do several projects. We continue with our youth projects. For years, we have been doing the Matilda Williams Nursing Project, where we gave seniors from the graduating high school a scholarship in nursing. And this year, we plan to give 4 scholarships to 4 graduating seniors in the amount of $1,500 each. And we're going to do this presentation at the Honors Night, which will be in May 15, 2025. We also, with our adaptive school, we asked the teachers to give 4 students that they say was the most improved students for the year. And we are going to give them a little award of $100 each as an incentive to keep their grades up. We're going to do another project before the end of the year. It's going to be a combined membership and LCIF project. We have some reading glasses and we want to give them away. We want to donate them. We want to give them away free. So what we're going to do is during the food fair, we're going to set up a table. We're going to be giving away reading glasses to anyone who needs them. They have different strengths. We will give them away. And in the same time, during that particular project, we are going to do a membership drive where we can add some new members to our club. So this is kind of round out our year as for this Lionistic year, 2024-2025. Lion Zone Chairperson. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Lion Helen, for your wonderful report and here sharing with the rest of the members online, some of the pictures that you included in your report as well. We see these are our new lions during their induction, and they have been active already, serving us well in our community and as part of your club. So we thank you for your initiatives across the board. Okay, and thank you for taking on the helm of president once again. Right. And the honorees from the luncheon. Okay, awesome. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so next we will hear from the Lions Club of Tortola.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Region Chair Franklin Maynard, MJF, distinguished Lions and Leos, distinguished MJFs and other PMJFs, welcome to the report from Lions Club of Tortola.
Apologies, 1 second. Okay. Are you able to see the report now?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you. Good afternoon again, members. So we can just scroll right into our screen number 2. Membership tracking. So currently we are at 72. We would have recently lost 1 member. And of course, my math isn't quite mathing there, so I should be at 71 once we remove that 1 person. Our intended goal with the upcoming Worldwide Induction Day would be for us to add anywhere between 3 to 4 new persons. They have been serving with us throughout from late last calendar year, have been on projects with us, have attended meetings, and quite understand the time and dedication it takes to be a part of the organization. So we'd be looking forward to, I think we're doing a club orientation, and I believe there is a district orientation that should be upcoming as well, advanced of the induction day. So they would be quite well and set. Next slide, please. All right, so just a few on our financials. I think everything for us is currently up to date. We have no general concerns there. So we can move to the next screen, please. All right, so our club highlights in regards to service. Service remains a cornerstone of Lions Club of Tortola, and our diverse range of activities continue to showcase and reinforce the club's commitment to community enrichment. This particular service, I'm highlighting the BVI Book Tree Project. It's a collaborative literacy initiative carried out on the first Saturday of each month. We were just at that project today, being the first Saturday. It is aimed at fostering a love for reading and supporting youth development through distribution of free storybooks to children. The general impact of this project is spread across 3 clubs within the Lions family of the BVI Lions Club, Tortola, Valley Sound Lions Club, and Anegada Lions Club branch. It operates simultaneously, so as I would have mentioned, Anegada could not be on the call today because they had extended their book tree to an actual Easter fun day, so it ran a little bit longer than usual, so it's why they're not on the call. It would have also ran today on Virgin Gorda, and usually on Just Van Dyke, it is within the first week of the month, just because their community is a little bit smaller, and we made a few adjustments so that we are able to target the students. Many of the students in Just Van Dyke, some transverse to Tortola for high school, and the primary, I think there's a full primary division, but the flexibility was to make it during that first week. So you see a few photos of students. There's also what would happen every now and then, we would have a pop-up at various schools. They would see Lion Linda at the Ebenezer Thomas Primary School, a few other Lions, and just a view of the general flyer that would exist. We publish those approaching the first Saturday, so persons can be notified of the dates, any changes or any upgrades. Today we had very, very good feedback. We would have completed a steering committee meeting just about a month or so ago, which we were able to pool feedback from members of the community and so forth. So we had very good feedback because we were able to seek out and bringing some of the titles that are a little bit more specific to some of the children. So it was really good today. Next slide. Oh, you're already at the next slide. Thank you. So the next slide I'd want to highlight is our collaborative with the BVI Red Cross. This is an ongoing, it's a biannual men's health and prostate screening project. It is spearheaded, as I mentioned, by the Red Cross. And Lions would participate as providing refreshments for the men once they have completed their fasting tests. And just as a general part of offering refreshments, there's a little bit of a conversation and encouragement and so forth to continue looking about this. It's usually through sponsors of the community that we are funded and not necessarily funded, but sourced. The French Deli, for instance, you'd see a photo there. So they would give us a number of pastries. Walmart supermarket would give us an amount of groceries that we'd prepare. Right Ways would have given us food prepared as well. So that's really how we go about getting it. So it's not necessarily a cash exchange, but rather a good or in-kind exchange. We were able to serve approximately 450 plates, ensuring that all of the attendees were not only medically cared for, but as I mentioned, received the hospitality. In the photos, we see the flyer. Lion Dave is collecting a box from the French Deli. This is myself and our two ambassador students and some Lion members in the background. And again, here's Lion Dave taking a gentleman in by wheelchair to have his services done. So next slide, please. Okay. So the next slide, we would have had a little bit of this is a kind of a new project for us, where we were approached for collaboration by Volunteer Connect. They are a similar NPO that does volunteer work within the community. It's locally owned. And the purpose of this collaboration was to allow grade 6 students to be ambassadors of the club. So they would have been ambassadors for Red Cross, for Lions, for diabetes, many of the other organizations. And these two students were our particular ambassadors. As I would have mentioned, you would have seen them with us at the Men's Health Fair and a few other projects. Jonathan Can and Brielle Williams of the Ebenezer Primary School. They would have worked to raise awareness of Lions Club of Tortola. So by becoming familiar with what we do, how we do it, and seeing ways in which they too would be able to give back or learn about giving back to the community. The fundraising went through a process of, they leveraged the popularity voting of each NPO, and the students, of course, with the most amount of funds raised would have been the winning group. I think in our opinion, all the students are winners, so we have no losses here. Here's an example of the actual voting receipts that a member would receive. We have a photo with the students and us and Lion Jeremy and I think Lion Linda. That was at the Men's Health Fair. And then those are the headshots or screenshots that persons would see once they approach to vote for that person. As I would say, we have an aspiring pilot and a fitting lawyer in the making of these two young persons. Thank you. Next screen. All right, so we continue on. We would have had recently a collaboration with Unite BVI and Green VI to host a volunteer day, where volunteers from Resilient Lady, the Virgin cruise ship, which ported here about 3 weeks ago, they would gather with us to do a garden rehabilitation at the Alexandrina Madura Primary School. The task generally included building compost bins, as you would see the before and after in the compost chart, improving the soil in the plant boxes. We were to load and upload fresh soil, transplanting seedlings, painting tires, and just giving a general rehabilitation. In attendance With the Virgin Volunteers, we had a number of students and a number of persons from the community. I think the activity was well received by the school and well received by the volunteers. Next slide. We would have had as a part of service, a service recognition, where the club was honored at the Jubilee of Volunteering Mass held at St. William's Roman Catholic Church, where members would have attended the service. We were blessed and recognized for our dedication of time and talents, and we also would have shared a meal with the church members. Here are a few photos of some members in attendance. We were very, very well received. We do have a lot more projects, but in the interest of time, I just highlighted these few. If we can go to the next slide. I'll just quickly speak about one of our major fundraising projects, our car raffle, which kicked off in November 2024 and will culminate on Easter Monday. We'll pull some lucky winner throughout the period from November ongoing. We would have had about 5 early draws. We would have had winners for Valentine's Day. We would have winners that would have won cash proceeds, 500 different denominations of winnings. All in all, the fundraising efforts goes towards our Young Men's Summit, which is a project we will have upcoming in the next few months. So these are just a few photos. Here we see the Jost Van Dyke Ferry, which was a sponsor that assisted us with the Valentine's Day package. That package gave the winner a trip to Jost Van Dyke, lunch at a restaurant there, Hendo's, massage at the Ocean Spa, and just a relaxing day. That was, a part of the package. And we have the car here, a little red Firebird. So if members within the zone would like to purchase, we do have online sales of the tickets at my events. So no one should feel left out. We can all participate through the zone, through the region, through the district in supporting our club with this worthy effort. And then we can go to the next screen. Okay. So for LCIF, we continue to raise LCIF awareness and encourage contributions. What I've found is that we would need to do a bit more education, I guess, with members and as well the public, so that they can really definitely understand where the funds go and how we can benefit by the reciprocal of putting into it. I think that's one of the things that members of many clubs are a little bit at a disadvantage, not realizing the return benefit of giving into LCIF. Moving on, in leadership and our organizational excellence, as I mentioned, we are in good standing. We are ensuring that our mission and objectives are well defined and communicated to members and our supporters. We have a group that we call Friends of Lions. They are general persons in a community that are keen to work with us on projects, help us to serve, help us with execution, but they are just not full-fledged members. So we call it a category of Friends of Lions. That is a free membership to be a part of Friends of Lions, and it's just a pop-up and persons would assist. But we like to acknowledge and bring reference to them by grouping them as Friends of Lions. Another way we show our organizational excellence is by highlighting our projects, showing our capacity to organize, execute, and positively impact the community. We also look at how we measure our impact, tracking the outcomes of the various service projects and the fundraising activities. Another area in which you would have inquired, Zone Chair, is marketing, where we use various channels for communication. We disseminate information through our service activities and many channels, our official Facebook or Instagram pages, local news media, various WhatsApp groups, and of course, the good old word of mouth. When we are collaborating, though, we try to use those collaborative channels. So for instance, when we would have done the school painting project just recently with the Green VI, we would have been able to collaborate through their channel by extension because they would have their Facebooks, Instagrams, and so forth. So we try to leverage the extension of the collaboration to help our reach go much further, and of course our impact to be that much more. We are usually around with many of the media houses giving interviews and updates and just keeping the community in tune with what we are doing or what we are aiming to do. If you can go to the next slide, please. All right, next slide. We're there. Okay, I need to put next slide on my screen. Okay. So some of the challenges that we would face as a club, challenges and successes, I think, are unanimous with any groups, even with any individual person. You know, there will be some ups and downs, maybe some horizontals when they should be verticals, but those are the ways, the steps in which we used to grow. So one of those we can look at is our member engagement, where there's concerns of maintaining active participation, just keeping the enthusiasm among members, especially as we know everyone has life circumstances. As circumstances change, items go up and down. There's usually within any group, we always find that there's some internal politics, some various cliques that can lead to separation or even differences in priorities. I think we all could be familiar and identify with those. Sometimes members also find it difficult to balance club activities with personal commitments, particularly when the projects or events require a significant amount of time and effort. What we've found is being able to have a committee with not just a chair, but a sub-chair or a co-chair, that seems to help lighten the burden and be able to carry the project much further. Some of our successes, just to go through quickly, we have members that actively participate in our community projects, just as I had mentioned, the rehabilitation at the primary school, the men's health fair, our ongoing raffles, the book tree, and various other initiatives that come around. The projects generally allow members to contribute in impactful ways. It allows them to be able to align their interests and their expertise to doing something that they would like and love. We also try to maintain camaraderie and fellowship through regular social events. We also try to have social club meetings. By that, our club meeting would be at a restaurant or some other type of place where we can have a space where we can speak, but it is still not in a boardroom or not in a meeting room, and so persons can feel a little bit, a little lighter. As Zone Chair is alluding to the lighter side of the meeting later on. We also focus on building relationships, team building. We have a member that is a very serious chess enthusiast. So he always encourages us to come out and learn chess. And by that, we're able to build networks, build teams among ourselves. And of course, relaxing, a beach picnic or what's not, just to be able to continue to promote fellowship. Of course, as much as we do as a club or as leaders, there are always going to be persons that may not necessarily are keen to those particular activities, but then that's when we would try to see, well, okay, how can we reinvent or how can we add to what we're already providing to make sure that we're, full encompassing. If we can go to the next slide. Just quickly, I know I've probably taken more than my time. Just a quick view on our club goals, events, and next steps. Our member retention and satisfaction, we focus on satisfaction through ongoing recognition, flexibility, and volunteering. We usually try to have like a volunteering schedule. So if we're doing like the book tree, and on Tortola, we would have had 7 locations. So then we try to structure members and each location is probably about an hour. We structure members to say, okay, someone is starting this route, they're going to be there for an hour, then another person would pick up and continue and continue and continue. So it's not just one member running, straight through. Though it does happen that, it happens in times that one member may run straight through. That's just life. We can't get around it, but at least we try to balance it. We also try to encourage feedback, though feedback usually comes anonymous. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to really give a direct response or a direct solution, As a part of the member retention, when I was preparing for RLLI last May, I would have had to run a club survey, which excuse me, which I ran, and that gave me feedback to be able to manage and understand the members for the year upcoming. Our current vice president is as well intending to attend RLLI, so she too will be running a similar survey and can get feedback from members so that she can be able to tailor what will be coming for the next year. And that rolls me right into our leadership pipeline, where one of our goals is to ensure strong leadership through where training, mentoring of members is essential. As I mentioned, to attend the RLLI, we usually have various workshops within the club, presented even on club topics and various items. Just some events to look out for. Well, in-house, we'll have our Lionistic Year 2024-25 awards and member recognition. That again would speak to looking after the members. As I mentioned, our upcoming Young Men's Summit. I'll just speak a little quickly on that. That's where we're looking to host young men between the ages of 10 to 13 on a one-day summit to begin with. And we'd look at various topics of decision-making, health and lifestyle, goal settings, finances for the future, and just making positive decisions. So that is the main emphasis of the CAR raffle, to be able to fund that activity. I will put this out here that if we have any males in any of the Leo clubs that are on the call today, they're welcome to attend. Just let us know and we'll be happy to receive them. I know there may be some traveling and etc., but it would be good to have those persons in the room as well. From our end, we're also trying to have all of our male lions within that room as well. So the young men have someone that they can relate to besides the presenters. They have someone that they can see in the community that, that can encourage them. Upcoming, we'll have the Leo Awareness Month activities, which I'll speak to.
Emerald, it looks like you may have frozen. Yep. Okay. So I will close out for you, Lion Emerald. So they have their Leo Awareness Month activities coming up, as well as their environmental month activities, which I hope that we will all be participating in across the board. Lion Emerald, thank you for your much detailed report. Yes, you did go over the time limit, but it was a wealth of information to share. And, we always look to the work that the Lions Club of Tortola is doing. I think they're doing a wonderful job as far as membership growth, retention, and then putting it to work within the service activities that they continue to do. And I think it's safe to say that everyone should be buying a raffle for that lovely new car. So be sure to, I think Lion Daffodil pulled the link for the raffle in the chat. So be sure to visit the link, support the raffle and the club, and maybe by mid-month, you will be the winner of a brand new car. All right. So thank you again to Lion Amaral. Hopefully she's able to jump back on in just a moment. Okay, we will jump right into the next report, which is the St. Thomas East End Lions Club. And on behalf of Lion President Shirley Cattell Hendricks, MJF, PMJF, PCC, we will have Lion Vernell S. De Lagarde, MJF, and membership coordinator for the St. Thomas East End Lions Club. Lion Vernell. You are on mute, Lion Vernell.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Lion Zone Chair Khadija de Lagarde, and to our region chair, who is also present, Lion Franklin Maynard, all Lions and Leos. Please share the screen, Lion Zone Chair.
Are you able to see it, Lion Vernell?
Not at this time. Let's see. Okay, yes, I have.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Again, on behalf of Lion Shirley Cattell Hendricks, MJF, PCC, our membership, we have 16 members at this time. New members, 2, we are hoping to receive as we continue to try to strengthen our club. And during this induction period, we are hoping to be able to bring in at least 3 members for membership induction day, end of the month. Next. We have paid up our Lions International dues and our district and disaster dues. We have LCIF donations for fiscal year of $1,200 thus far, and we are asking members to continue to donate to LCIF because it's also beneficial to us and in many other areas. Next screen. Thank you. I'll go back to Thanksgiving and you can look at the pictures while I just give highlights because I know you can read it as we go along. But we prepared over 35 Thanksgiving bags for the Strive Center of fruits and juices, oatmeal crackers, cookies, tuna, sardines. Then we continued on our signature project. Whenever there's a 5th Sunday in the month, we, and this is really our signature project under the title of Hunger Awareness. We provide meals to the residents of Bethlehem House, which is a home for the destitute. And we did that as recently as Sunday, last Sunday, what was that, March 30th, where we prepared meals. Usually it's prepared by Lions, or we may have a part of it catered, and we would always do the desserts or whatever else, but we did that as recently as Sunday. And they always, always look forward to us preparing and serving them. On March 27th, during our general membership meeting, Musical Students Awards and scholarships were presented to our students who have excelled in music and academics. Usually this is a luncheon that is held and we would recognize students from our elementary, junior high, and high schools, middle, junior high, and high schools. But this year, the applicants were kind of late. We only ended up with 3. So instead of going into having a full luncheon, the students were invited to the meeting, and you can see them pictured for here on the right-hand side of the screen with our zone chair, Lion Khadija, and our president, Lion Shirley Cattell Hendricks. 2 out of the 3 students were awarded certificates of appreciation for even trying to be honored and recognized, and they received incentive awards of $100 each, and encouraged as they introduced us to whatever instruments or talent they had in music. They told us what they did, and then their parents were also invited to join us at the meeting. As a result of this, we were able to have parents asking questions. Tell us a little about Lionism and what can we do to assist. So when we had our luncheon for seniors, for the residents, at Bethlehem House on Sunday, one of the parents donated juices for the residents there because they heard what we were talking about in the meeting and were excited about Lionism. So who knows? We're looking forward to bringing them into the fold and making them Lions. Next screen. Donations for the current year, the fiscal year for LCIF, we said $1,200, and we are still asking Lions to donate, to make their contribution. Leadership and organizational excellence. Our club is in good standing. We're not in status quo of financial suspension. We are in good standing. Like I said, our dues to the district and Lions International have been paid. No active marketing is in place at this time, but it's something that we try to continue to do as we are going to provide road signs. Next screen. Club members show a lack of interest in the club. Okay, I wouldn't put it as a lack of interest. I would just say, and I think Lion Helen brought, and I've heard it before, brought it to our attention in terms of our senior or more seasoned Lions, and it's not all Lions that like to drive in the evenings. I would pick up one of our Lions and bring to the meeting with me and get her back home just to ensure that she is there, as long as I'm able to drive for now. And we are trying to see if our members can bring a member. That's what we're talking about with induction, because working together works and we want to keep the momentum going. Elections are coming up. We have that problem too in terms of having members move up. You may be a vice president, a second vice president or whatever. We'd like you to take on the leadership of president, but members are reluctant to do that for some reason. So we have to try to see what we can do. We have elections this month and we are still trying to see what we can do so that we don't have to recycle. I've been there 6, 7, 8 times. And to me, it's just a matter of delegating and working together. But we are going to really, really try to see what we can do to recruit members, to retain members, and to have individuals move up in leadership positions. So that's one of our major challenges right now. Next slide. Nominations and elections. As I mentioned, nominations and elections, and we have a few slated, but we still need president and secretary coming up. We are also looking forward to a raffle to raise funds for club to put towards service activities. So, thank you. Thank you, Madam Zone Chair, on behalf of our president, Lion Shirley Kittel Hendricks, PCC, MJF. Thank you, Lions.
All right. Thank you so much, Lion Brunel, for the report and representing your club and stepping in for the Lion president. Okay. Okay. Next, we will have the St. Croix Lions Club report. Hold that up here. 1 second. Ooh. 1 second. Okay, having a little trouble pulling up the report for the St. Croix Lions Club. So we will go on to the Valley Sound Lions Club and then double back. Okay. Okay. All right. Just kidding. Okay. Are you able to see the report for the St. Croix Lions Club? My apologies, Lions.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are seeing it.
Okay. All right. I don't believe. Do we have a representative from the St. Croix Lions Club that is able to report out on behalf of Lion Lucian? If not, I will do so on his behalf. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is a report presented by Lion Lucian Downs, MGF PZC. Unfortunately, he was unable to join us due to him being off island. So as far as membership, they have unfortunately lost two of their members have transitioned. So they have 11 active members and 1 honorary for a total of 12. For their financial obligations, the St. Croix Lions Club is up to date with international and district dues. Projects and activities that they've been able to complete thus far are the Thanksgiving Day raffle at the market supermarket, the White Cane Day project held in Frederickson, which is always an annual project for them and well received throughout the community. Their diabetes awareness walk held in January in Christensen. They also held vision screenings at the annual agriculture fair with Pleasant Optical and had a raffle at the fair as well. At a youth Christmas party at the Youth Rehab Center in Anna's Hope, and the Herbert Gregg Home for the Elderly Christmas gift presentation and quarterly in-house donations. Okay. Some of their highlights were the Club Cane Day activities and Diabetes Awareness Walk project, the World Food Day activity at the University of the Virgin Islands grounds. They also made a donation of $5,000 was received, I should say, from VIOC for White Cane Day activity. And then a clothing donation of 10 boxes were made to Catholic charities. And you see a picture there from the Strides Walk for Diabetes, which was held on January 31st, 2025. Okay, some of their club challenges and successes are noted. Nope, looks like they had a mishap with that one. I don't know, as far as them, they are kind of across the board with as far as membership intake and retention. So they are working on keeping that going. They do have a good amount of social meetings, which kind of builds on their camaraderie, keeping the active members going. Some of their goals for the remainder of the year are the election of incoming officers for the 2025-2026 Lionistic year. And they also have a planned yard sale and plans for the incoming officers in June. Okay, so here ends their report, and we thank them again for their service as well. Okay, so next we will have the Valley Sound Lions Club.
Pleasant good evening again to all.
Good evening, Lion Larva.
My name is Lion Larva Young, President Valley Sound Lions Club. And this is our report for basically the first half of the second half of the Lionistic year. So currently, our club has a membership of 31. We haven't added any new member, and we haven't dropped any member also. And we just wait for the presentation to come up.
Okay. Okay, are you able to see it now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
So this slide is not too accurate, but our goal right now is to try and retain and recruit, well, try and retain new members. But at the same time, if we're going to recruit, we need to be able to recruit quality members so that you would have a more better membership experience throughout the entire club. Because it's a challenge in recruiting and keeping, because persons have varying different reasons why they want to join the Lions and the Lions International and the clubs. So one of our main goals is to try and maintain and recruit quality members. Next slide. So we are up to date with regards to international dues, district dues, disaster dues. LCI donations are done basically individually so far. Members have been donating individually, and some members have given dues with regards to LCI at club meetings. The Leos as well. Next slide. You might need to change to presentation mode, but or full screen. Okay. So one of our activities so far for the second half is our monthly Lions Love Friday, where at the fourth or last Friday of every month, we do give out treats to our community persons. We do it in the form of cookies, cupcakes, fruit cups, lemonade, fruit punch, ginger beer, just to give persons, just to let the members of our community know that we appreciate them for their donations, for their input in all that we do as we serve them each and every day. Next. We also participated in the men's health fair along with the BVI Red Cross, where over 100 men were screened during that health fair activity for prostate cancer, as well as diabetes and hypertension. Coming out of that screening, the results did show that there were quite a bit of men that require further follow-up. So this helps us to be able to pinpoint the areas where our men are failing and be able to tackle the situation at an early stage so that it doesn't become shocking when you hear, oh, this person might be dying because of XYZ. So this men's health fair is very helpful, and hopefully the follow-up of the individuals that were mentioned would be successful moving forward. Next. We were also recognized for adopting a school by the Ministry of Education. Here you have a few of our members with the Minister for Education and her PS, and also the Chief Education Officer. and also the principals of the schools on Virgin Gorda. Next. We are also a part of the BVI Book Tree project. It has been a challenging one in the sense where, yes, there are kids coming out to receive books and so forth, but sometimes the challenge where not enough members are there to assist. But nonetheless, the project has been going well so far. Next. So some of our highlights, basically, the club, we are in good standing with LCI. We're not in status quo, or we're not in financial suspension. Marketing has been via social media, via Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, even the local media. We encountered an issue when we were reporting our activity for the men's health fair on Facebook. And for some reason, Facebook decided to suspend our account. So we are going to basically restart a new page, and we are going to get information out there quickly as possible so persons will be able to see what we've been doing and continue to do within our community. Next. So I would say one of our major success right now is we've been searching for a location for a den for years, and we have finally, we are in the process of securing the lease for our new den location. So with that, we'll finally have a home to call our own, so that we don't have club gear and club stuff in persons' homes or in the back of the cars and so forth. At least it would be able to have its own place of residence. Again, one of our major challenges, members not taking up leadership positions. And this is something throughout Lions, no matter where you are. And with that, you end up having to recycle members over and over, and this leads to fatigue, burnout, and the lack of motivation. So with these challenges, we need to be able to find ways, intuitive ways to be able to recruit quality members, retain the members that we have, and be able to build the club from strength to strength. Paying dues on time is also an issue. We continue to encourage members to pay on time, whether it's on a monthly basis or whether it's however the best they can. But this is always an issue, but we're trying our best to ensure that these challenges are minimized and reduced accordingly. Attendance to meeting and projects is one of our challenges as well, because sometimes not enough members turn up to meetings or even projects. And again, sometimes it leads to frustration and fatigue. So next. So one of our main goals is to, again, recruit and train quality members. We are also looking to make some of our older Lions life members. Yes, this comes at a cost, but this is also recognizing them for their years of service within our club and our community, while keeping them as Lions forever. And we are in the process also of doing fundraisers to be able to fund for 1 or 2 Melvin Jones Fellows before the end of the Lionistic year or into the new upcoming Lionistic year. And some of our upcoming events are the Easter egg hunt, which is done on Easter Sunday, our senior tent during the Easter Monday parade, where we have the seniors out for a day of fun and relaxation while they watch the parade. We continue our Lions Love Friday, Fish Fry and Soup Sale. We are going to have a bingo where funds raised from this bingo goes towards other initiatives within the club and the community. And with this month being Seniors Month, we are going to have a senior prom where the seniors, we're gonna, again, a night of fun, relaxation, and we're gonna have them do different things to enjoy themselves, whether we're gonna have the prom king and prom queen. So stuff like that we're seeking to do, and we're trying to engage to ensure that our community is well looked after, and we continue to serve with pride and dignity. Thank you.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Lion Norval, for your report. And congratulations on securing a den. I know that is a goal for a lot of us. Um, you know, sometimes it is difficult to find places if we don't have a den. So the fact that you were able to secure a lease and find a home for your club is wonderful. So congratulations. That is a big, big accomplishment, along with everything else that your club has been doing. Okay, so we wish you all the best for the rest of the Lionistic year. And thank you again for your report. And next we will have the East St. Thomas Lions Club with Lion Jacqueline. I'll pull that up for you. There we go. Lion Jackie, you're on mute, my dear. There
Thank
you
you.
go.
I was just
Of course.
Good afternoon, everyone. The report that you're going to pull up, Zone Chair, might be slightly different from what I will be delivering. So I will give you an update afterwards. And with so much pictures and the like, and we don't have those in there, you would see a revised report, because anyone that knows me knows that I love the paparazzi in the room. And so it's really taken back for me that our pictures are not included. Good afternoon, everyone. Madam Zone Chair, I am always so excited of what's happening within Lionism throughout the Caribbean, in Tartola and St. Croix. I am always taken back. I so commend all that are doing such an exemplary job in what they're doing, and just want to congratulate them. So as we go into our report, as we talk about the membership, so membership in its sense is where we had a goal of having at least about 6 new members added within this Lionistic year. We added 5. I'm seeing 3 there. There are 2 that are missing. So of the 6, which is our goal, 5 was added, which brought our membership up to 18. And so we did lose 4 members within this Lionistic year, and we gained 5, making our total membership 18. You can the St. Thomas East Lions Club operates as a cohesive unit, which gives the impression of a larger membership that it actually has. And we are told that tremendously as a team, strategizing to achieve the goals and objectives of their various projects. However, while assessing its financial constraints, the club made the difficult decision to remove from the roster those members who had not contributed and had either moved away or were unable to maintain their membership for at least over 3 years. As it relates to our financial obligations, we have met all of our financial obligations for this Lionistic year, and where it includes Leo Club international dues, I want to believe that she meant to put not applicable. So we don't have a Leo Club at the moment, but we are looking forward to seeing how we can bring one back on board. Okay, it's still on the financial obligations. Great. We have instituted something similar to what I heard from the club in the BVI, where we have Friends of a Lion, and we started that with the intent
Lion Jackie, my apologies. Your connection is going in and out.
Come out to our service projects, have them be not just even service project, but oh, okay. Okay. Zone Chair, can you hear me better now?
At the moment, yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, I can at the moment. Mm-hmm.
Are we on this? Okay, so we're okay if I'm going towards the membership portion of the report. Okay.
Okay. My apologies. You did break up again.
Okay. So as it relates to membership, one of the things that we did during this Lion, you can hear me? Wow.
It's going in and out, but I
took
can,
myself
yes.
from video to hoping that that would make a difference.
It has so far.
Okay. So one of the things that we did this year, yeah, thank you. One of the things that we did this year was adapted that concept, which we learned in one of the trainings that we attended, Friends of a Lion. And with adapting that, what we did was have individuals attend every and anything that we were engaging in terms of service projects. And we had approximately about 11 individuals that came out. And with that, we had 5 of those individuals that came on board as Lions. So that was very helpful. It allowed them to see exactly what we do, even though they saw us in the community. But just being able to engage in some of the services allowed them to want to be a part. As we move forward, one of our highlights. First of all, I would like to thank Lion Lily Mulliner, MGF, for assisting us with finding a permanent location where we can meet and we can bring individuals out where they feel as if they're in a meeting space and they're able to converse as needed. For the Lionistic year, this Lion Club hit the floor running from the beginning, answering the calls of various organizations and the zone chair based on the request for help in our community. Individuals will call, they would need individuals to come out and help at their registration table or something with healthcare or any type of initiative, we have always answered that call and have been present. So thus far, we have engaged in 23 community functions for this Lionistic year. More specifically, the St. Thomas East Lion Club, in an effort to give back to the seniors and less fortunate members of our community, we fed over 3,300 individuals during the Thanksgiving and Christmas season. This tradition is one of our many signature programs of the club, which has been upheld every year for the past 7 years. On Thanksgiving Day, at approximately 4 a.m., club members come to a location to pack food and drinks items to be distributed throughout the many senior homes on island. We also feed the first responders. The members then coordinate on the same day a luncheon for their adopted senior citizen home, the Lucinda Millen, where they feed them and their family members. Upon completion, the members return home to engage with their own family. Talking about dedication, that is some dedication. For Christmas, the club decorates the Lucinda Millen Senior Home and encourages families to come out and participate in this memorable Christmas luncheon initiative. So we also provide them with toiletries and make sure that they not only have food for lunch, but they also have something for dinner. The St. Thomas East Lions Club also coordinated a school and housing community outreach initiative aimed at creating a safer community and schools. Presentations were conducted at our adopted school, Joseph Gomez Elementary School, and within the community, where we discussed conflict resolution and the importance of not using guns or weapons to settle disputes. Over 300 individuals participated in these initiatives, and attendees received school supplies and snacks. The club was also able to help a grandmother of the Oasis Church of God of Prophecy send her 3 grandchildren to Orlando, Florida, to participate in the church's International Convention Dance program. A total of $3,176 was raised. In addition, as a thank you to the church that we use their meeting location, we attended the church anniversary and presented school supplies and snacks to the Sunday school students. The St. Thomas Lions Club operates. No, I didn't. Okay. Major strengths. I notice you have LCIF, but as it relates to LCIF, I can go there first and then go into my other initiatives. LCIF, we have continued to pay into LCIF. One of the things that we started doing, because some of our members, older members who are not as computer savvy, and they wanted to pay into LCIF, we identify an individual within our club where they made that contribution, and we're seeing where that have allowed us to enter quite a bit of monies into LCIF, where they don't have to worry about navigating the system. We have someone there that does that for them, and that person brings them back a receipt. So I was not able to give the exact amount to date, and that's why that is not there, but we have a plan in place for LCIF and have been vigorously working on that. Our leadership. One of the things that we are blessed with is the fact that Lion International provides so much training, online training to their membership. And so we take advantage of everything that is sent to us through our zone chair, Diane Lee is very instrumental in that as well, where anything that comes up in terms of training, just even awareness, is provided to us through the president and secretary's portal chat, and that is shared with our members. And I am proud to say that we have at least a 70% participation in those initiatives that goes out. The members, they're there, they're at the table, they're learning. And so we're hoping with those learning, it would encourage them now to take on various roles as presidents and secretaries and the like. And for the most part, when I'm speaking with those who have been there for years, they're realizing that a lot have changed. A lot have changed. It's not, and the change might not be something that is that major, but it now means that they have to come in line with the changes. And so the more we educate them, the more we let them know what is out there. I'm seeing that willingness to want to be a part of marketing. If we're talking about marketing, we have been able to also receive a lot of good ideas across the board, not only from the individuals that are here at this table, but also from the training that we have been receiving. And again, if we're able to follow those marketing tools, I think we'll be able to market our program, market our clubs well. Right now, we have a Facebook page. We would like to have a website and move towards those endeavors. But we try our best to market whatever it is that we're doing and make sure that we are at the table telling our story. Okay. Major demand. Some of the things that the challenges, I think I'll be speaking to the choir when I talk about what our challenges are. It seems like it's the same thing all across the board. I think one of our clubs in Tartola also mentioned some of the, sometimes not everyone is going to speak the same language. But at the end of the day, we have to learn how to, it's all about Lionism, volunteering, the service that we're providing. And so if we can get some of those differences out of the way, I think that we will also be able to move forward in a and bring people in. Some of our challenges for me coming on board and being a new individual to the Lions Club as a member was just being able to be a little bit more receptive to individuals who are younger than us and allowing them to also have a voice and be at the table. And so we're getting that now. And I can just see good things moving forward. I can just see good things moving forward. Our intent for the next upcoming or Lionistic year to include the ones where we're at now. Our goal is for the Joseph Gomez Elementary School. We're supposed to be doing a gardening project there where we want to start a vegetable project, and the food that is raised there will be used for the kitchen to cook food. That initiative came to us from the principal who would like us to spearhead it. We have already gotten the commitment from various local businesses. It's just a matter of us just doing it. And so we are looking forward to doing that. Also, our adapted school, we have a sign that the Lions Club sign that was up there at one point. We want to be able to do that, put that back up there, back up on the building, and have a little small ceremony to reintroduce the Lions Club to just not the principal who or those who are familiar, but all who comes to the school will know that that is a school that is adopted by the Lions Club. Another initiative that we have is that the legislature has a financial, where I won't say financial wherewithal, but every year they provide funds for youth to work during the summer. And so what we have done, because we have youths that comes out and assist us with our various projects. So we have identified two of those young people, and we are going to hire them for the summer. So they're able to work for 6 weeks, and they will be paid through one of the senator, more specifically Senator Ray Fonseca's office. It's $13 an hour. They don't get any taxes or anything like that taken out. And so we're just happy to be able to engage them in that way. I'm going to hurry it up rather quickly. The Leo's Club, I want to believe last year, not when I was the president, but prior to, I always have an interest in starting a Leo's Club back in the St. Thomas district. And we now have a teacher on board. We have the students. We just need to learn what it takes. The individual that we have identified is a new member, and we're trying to see how we can get her over to Tortola to interact, engage with the Leo clubs up there, especially during the Easter break, because I'm sure you all will be doing quite a bit. And so I will work or talk to those folks more on that. But again, we have the students. We just need someone to guide us through the whole thing. And after that, I think everything else is there. And so that is where we're at. That's where we're at. Thank you so much for the opportunity to report.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And it's definitely great to hear that you all are working on bringing a Leo Club back to, like you said, the St. Thomas district. And as a former Leo myself, that speaks highly to me. So anything that I can do to assist, please let me know. And I will be right there to support you. Okay. All right. Very, very good.
Thank you.
All right. So I know, Lion Amaral, I know you lost power, as we all fully understand. So I wanted to just double back and see if you had anything to share and report out on the Leo Club of Tortola. And then we'll jump to Lion Narval, if you have anything to share as far as the Valley Sound Leo Club.
Thank you, Zone Chair. While I'm doubling back, I'll make two doubles. The first of such double, I noticed there was no entry for Anegada Lions Club branch on the agenda specifically.
Oh.
So I will just give 1 or 2 points. They would have done some Christmas baskets over December to January. I think it was probably about 35 plus 15, so probably about 50 food baskets. They secured direct funding where they're providing receptacle bins. Those are on purchase and order. Some dock carts, and of course they participate fully with the book tree project. And of course, as I mentioned, they had extended the book tree into doing an Easter project. So they're quite vibrant. A small number of about 9 persons. There is some interest from other persons in the community to join with them. So I think we should be seeing a few more persons coming around and looking forward to orienting and meeting with them as well. But they are a thriving bunch, though a little bit remote. President Shirley is doing an awesome job. She's been a 2-year president, and they are also in negotiations on figuring out their board for the upcoming year. So that was just a quick bite about the Anegada Club branch. I will, oh, good. So thank you, Zone Chair. So if you have a similar screen for Leo Club of Tortola, you can put that up and I'll jump right in.
Yes, I do. And again, I do apologize. I did have them. It was omitted unintentionally from the agenda, but I did have them here in place as part of the presentation. So yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So thank you. Thank you.
Okay, no problem at all.
Okay. And yes.
Right. So Leo Club of Tortola continues to thrive as the alpha arm of the Leo movement in the BVI. Currently, there are 10 members. We would have added 3 new members recently, probably about 3 weeks ago. And we're looking towards adding at least 1 or 2 other members during Worldwide Induction Day. So with those 3 new members and the possibility of these other 2, we could be looking at a growth of about 50% by the time we wrap up Worldwide Induction Day, which I think is very good because that means the movement is being recognized, the works are being recognized by the community, and young persons are eager to get on board with us. Sorry, there's a typo here in my notes. It's actually the Omega arm of the Leo movement. So just so that there are no crushed feelings, whether alpha, omega,
Absolutely.
the age differences and etc.
Yes.
So I want to make sure the cap fits. So the Leo Club would have kicked off the year I think it was in last August, we had phenomenal Leo Lion Nichelle visited us from St. Martin. She was able to work with our Leos over a weekend. She would have attended a bake sale fundraiser and be able to work with them physically on a project. We had a bingo karaoke night, which would have been a social setting. And then she would have had a day session, a workshop, actually teaching them about the movement and what could be done and, the do's and the don'ts per se. I think we did have some inquiry from the St. Thomas Club, but it didn't matriculate. I'm not sure really what transpired there. But if we are doing any further workshops, we would welcome the member from St. Thomas to come over, to participate with us. I'm not sure if we may have the workshop recorded, that we can probably share that recording if it's available. I'll communicate with Leo Advisor to find out on that. So the services that were executed, there was a back to school donation where backpacks were completed with school supplies, including copybooks, calculators, and writing equipment. And it was donated to various schools in the territory. They've continued with fundraising, bake sales, water sales, and so forth. They're looking to have some upcoming service with contributions to existing program within one of the public high school in which personal hygiene products will be provided to students. The general grim reality is that it is an economic trying time, and some of these items just may not be available. They could also be viewed as luxury items. So the Leo Club thought it best to look at this as an avenue of aiding the young persons. Of course, it goes back to building confidence and so forth with themselves once they can have those items. It will also address in assisting some of the psychosocial, emotional, as I mentioned, and mental health challenges that students may face just as a result of simply not having those necessary hygiene products. They're hoping to have this project as a community partnership with local grocers and probably some of the pharmacies where they'll be able to get specialty items. If there are resources that they can extend it probably to the upper primary students, those that would just now be entering adolescence, they take a look at doing that once the funds and the resources are efficient. Upcoming, well, this month, the Leos are celebrating Leo Awareness Month. And I have a quote here from the Leo advisor. I have inherited a group of eager Leos who, in spite of their personal and professional commitments and challenges, continue to be willing to serve. That is generally the mantra of the group. They're willing to go the mile. They also have plans to celebrate the Leos during the month. As I mentioned, the Leo Awareness Month. They'll be looking at some team building activities, a bar crawl. For those of us that know what a bar is, and a bar crawl could be, that's a really bonding time. Once you're done crawling at bars, you make really good memories there. A scavenger hunt, water sale fundraisers as usual, and as a part of our car raffle sales of Lions Club Tortola car raffles, we have given the Leos an amount of tickets to sell, which they would earn 50% of the value of the tickets that they would sell. They would earn that as a keep towards their projects. So that's, that is another way that we're trying to encourage them and help them with raising funds. As we are in election seasons throughout, nominations would have been held just during this week for board elections for the 2025-2026 board member elections. The election will follow later on this month. I think it's slated for the 14th of April. So persons are looking forward to eagerly vote. I believe their election our election at LCOT is online. It's electronic for us. So I think we may be introducing that to the Leos as well, so they can then start to advance themselves from that perspective. The focus for the remainder of the year will be on growth and development as sessions on meeting management, minute taking, along those lines would be arranged by the Leo advisor, past zone chair, Lion Kamika. In regards to the VIS Leo Club, this is zone chair, pardon me, this is my third go round now. I think I asked for 2 pardons. This is my third of such.
No problem.
The VIS Leo Club. VIS Leo Club was originally a school club that was chartered. Currently, we would have had members that would have graduated from the school, and as such, we're trying to rebuild, revitalize the club. So I'll just go through some notes here. The second Vice President, Michaela Richardson of the Leo Club Tortola and Leo Advisor would have attended the VIS to discuss revitalization of the Alpha School Club. There, they met with the principal and so forth on March 10th. Since their meeting, they had quite very good, productive conversations and confirmed with the Chief Education Officer that we just wanted to reaffirm the club's commitment to the movement and continued approval by the ministry, obviously, to operate that club within the school premises. Leo advisor and second VP, as mentioned, agreed to a school visit for later on into this month, probably around the 30th, to attend the school assembly and generally introduce the Lions to the movement, introduce the students to the movement, and to host a registration drive. Just bring awareness to what the Leo Club does and what can happen, what the benefits are thereof. In discussions, the principal of the school has also highlighted a few projects that could be undertaken to benefit the school, including painting of the school, painting of the basketball court area, to mention a few. So there are some activities that the school can benefit from having the Leos and the Lions by extension attend there. So I think they are well on their way in making strides. I think this is the end of the presentation for Leo Club of Tortola, the Alpha and Omega. Thank you very much, Zone Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much for representing for all of them across the board. Always exciting to see the Leo clubs, both Alpha and Omega, and all that they are doing, and we hope to see the revitalization of those that, of course, have no members at this time, but continue to work towards getting that back up and running. So thank you. All right. Lion Norval, anything for the Valley Sound Leo Club?
Pleasant good evening again. Right now, the Valley Sound Leo Club is in a rebuilding and a restructuring stage. Again, kids who have basically finally left high school, so the recruiting and rebuilding is in process right now. So for right now, they're there, but they're not as active as they would normally be, but they are going to be a part of our Easter projects and activities. We're still ensuring that we have a grip on them, a grasp on them, and involving them in our activities and functions.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful to hear. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so thank you to all of the presidents, secretaries, and club representatives for reporting on all that you all are doing. I know you all were so excited to report out that you completely forgot about the time limit of 3 to 5 minutes. But again, it was a wealth of information to share, especially, with us finally having this meeting. So I thank you for getting your reports in and reporting out across the board at all of your clubs. So thank you once again, and continue the work that you're doing. It is well received throughout the community, and we just want to continue to keep that light going, keep that flame going, as a district governor would say. All right, so at this time, I would like to give a warm welcome once again to our region chair, Lion Franklin Maynard, and ask him to bless us with a few remarks. Lion Franklin?
Good evening, Lions and Leos.
Good evening.
I'm not seeing myself, so I don't know if everybody's seeing and hearing me, or all right.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So I'm working with the protocols already established. And once again, good evening to the Lions and Leos of Zone 2A. And I certainly want to thank you, Lion Khadija, for your invitation to your zone meeting. It has been going very well so far. I also want to congratulate you for the fine work that you've been doing. We've been working together over the last couple of months, and certainly want to congratulate you on that. And we look forward to continue working with you. So my remarks are going to be brief, maybe 3 minutes or less. So Lions and Leos, I certainly want to thank you for the great work that you've been doing in the zone. I've heard your reports, and I did hear quite a bit of collaboration. I heard quite a bit of working in with various institutions and other Lions clubs. I actually liked hearing the fact that at least 2 clubs have been working with the Red Cross, because I'm not sure if you're aware that Lions International and the Red Cross signed a memorandum of understanding many years ago. So it is good that we're seeing this bearing fruit, and I encourage clubs to continue to work. I encourage clubs also to find a memorandum of understanding and have a look at it and see how best you can do it. The whole idea is that Red Cross is a first responder, and Lions Club works behind the scenes after that. So by collaborating in a region where there are quite a number of disasters, the idea would be that Red Cross will go in and do the assessment, and the Lions can come in after, using that information and being worthwhile partners and to the Red Cross and the community. So let's build on that. And certainly our communities, your communities, I'm sure, are happy for the work that you've been doing. And I certainly must say that I've always been a proud Lion, and I certainly feel much more proud as I heard the various projects that have been implemented. So I want to I want to encourage you to continue to execute and report your projects. And I'm happy to hear that you're on time with your reports, because that is something that Lion Khadija will tell you that as region chairs and zone chairs, that's some of the key areas that we have to look at. Reporting. I'm also happy to hear that your dues, both to district and international, are on time, and we want to encourage that to continue. And also, it's happy to hear about the growth of members. And but yes, it is a challenge. And I do like the various initiatives that have been presented. And I do like the little workshop that we had. So let's continue to take those on board. Now, also, of course, tomorrow, I'm sorry that we are taking up all your weekend, Lions, but tomorrow is the Lions Protocol and Practices from 3 p.m. And Lion Marvin Grant, MJF from the Tortola Club will be our facilitator. So we hope you're registered, Lions, Leos, and if you have any perspectives, get them to register as well, so that we can, have a good time and learn a thing or two. So thank you in advance for that. And Lions, also remember our Environmental Month Challenge, and April is Environmental Month. So I encourage you all to continue. I did see and hear some of the projects that can kind of dovetail into the environment. So the key things are, I think, is five projects, and having them reported on time. So get in there, and Mother Nature will smile at you, apart from the community as well. So Lions, Leos, I'm happy to have attended the meeting, and I look forward to a strong finish the Lions stick year. We have May, June, and July. And as our district governor would not be happy if we did not, or I did not repeat his theme, igniting the flames of service. So let's keep that fire burning for the next few months. And that's all from me, Lions. And I want to thank you very much for the hard work. And it is certainly appreciated in the district and at international. Thank you.
Thank you, Lion Franklin. Regent Chair, we truly appreciate all that you have been doing to guide and support us as a zone and throughout the rest of the region. So thank you for joining us this evening as well, and
You're
sticking
welcome.
with us. All right. So I will now give my remarks, and I want to thank you all. I'm going to try to make mine as brief as possible as well, so that we can make up some of the time. Because really and truly, this meeting is truly about you all. It's about the clubs and all of the work that you have been doing and continue to do. So first, let me say thank you to all of you, presidents, secretaries, all of your boards, all of your members. And you have all been doing a phenomenal job. Even if you feel like you haven't, you have made an impact within your club and within your community. So I thank you. I commend you for all of the work that you're doing and continue to do. You know, one of the things that Lion Maynard spoke about was, of course, the reporting. So that is a key for us on a zone, region, and district level. You've all seen the club health assessments come out, and we have made great strides in ensuring that we get into the portal and submit our reports, especially our service activities. I know that it was a rough start to having the portal be new and revitalized, and there's been a learning curve, and we're still learning, but we will get there by the end of this year. So I know I had a great one-on-one meeting with Lion James the other evening, just to be able to connect with him to go through the process of submitting their reports through the portal. So I know that by the end of this month, they'll be up to date in getting those reports in. And essentially, one of the goals for the rest of the year is for Zone 2A to be recognized as one of the clubs with 100% reporting. So I know that we can do it, and I'm here to support all of you to make that happen. And I know a portion of that is with our Leo clubs that are somewhat dormant. So we can utilize this meeting itself to submit a service project, or just submit in the portal that you or their Leo advisor attended the meeting or one of the Leo trainings. That counts towards that. So as long as we are able to get in there and submit those reports, we can achieve those goals. Now, I know one of the challenges that I have seen as far as the club health assessment is it's showing that we've done well in submitting our service reports, but not necessarily our member reports. And I have seen, and feel free to chime in on what you've seen as well, as far as the membership portion of the reports. The regular MMR, like we would normally do, go in and hit no changes for this month. I haven't seen that. I was able to find a fillable report, a PDF version that can be filled and completed for the month that can then be sent into Lions International. So I'm planning to share that with you all so that you can have that as another option and submit that to Lions International. And then hopefully we can see that change in the health assessment. Okay. So that's one key takeaway from that. Additionally, just continue to serve. You know, I think my home club is familiar with this from my term of president with the St. Thomas East End Lions Club. One of the things that I went to them with and had them pledge is the fact that we take a pledge, we take an oath when we become a Lion or a Leo. And it's just to remember what that means. So let us remember that there's no I in team. Let us remember that there's no I in club. There is, however, an I in Lion. So let us all remember to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, I am a Lion. I made a commitment to my club, my community, and my fellow Lions. And together we commit to work together as one to live up to our motto, we serve. And as we do that, we also follow the district governor's theme for this year, which is igniting the flame of service. So continue to go out and serve your community well. And we do have a few initiatives coming up as well, just throughout the remainder of the year. The region chair spoke to the Act for the Planet Challenge. This is our Environmental Awareness Month challenge put forth by the district. So for this year, to complete 5 impactful environmental projects between April 1st through the 30th, attend the Earth Day Symposium on April 22nd, partner with other clubs and NGOs for greater impact, and report all 5 projects separately in the Lion portal by the end of the month, by April 30th. Now, with this, there's a number of different ideas that could be done. One thing that I spoke about in the beginning of my term as zone chair, and I kind of brought it to the president's and secretary's attention that it's something that I would love to be able to do. goes kind of hand in hand with the Environmental Month initiative, which would be, it could be a zone-wide beach or community cleanup day. So essentially, we are all getting together on one day to each club select a different area throughout the entire zone, whether it's a beach or a garden or a park, but we do it together collectively at the same time to clean up our zone, our homes. So I think that would be a wonderful, wonderful idea, and I'm open to feedback on that as well. Any volunteers to help spearhead it, form a committee, whatever it need be. And it doesn't necessarily have to be for this month. It could be as long as we can get it done before the end of the Lionistic year. But some other ideas as you go through and think about it on your end for your clubs, create a sustainability project that can continue not just within this month, but can continue month to month for years to come. Donate garden tools to a school to either create or maintain a garden. I know we all have adopted schools. Some of us already have a garden or are working on this project already. So just build on that. Okay. Some additional items coming up. Of course, we spoke about the Worldwide Induction Day on April 26th. This is a great way for us to increase membership throughout the zone, and just working towards increasing our club visibility. Again, it's good to have members, but it's also important for us to get out and serve the community and then also share what we're doing. Lion Vernell spoke to the fact that we had some guests present at our last meeting for the parents of the scholarship recipients that were there. And through them just being in the presence of the meeting, hearing of the projects that we were doing, it gained their interest. So now they know a little more about what we do as Lions and Leos. And it built interest from there. So it's important for us to, as we go out into the community, we wear our vests, we wear our Leo shirts, our pins, and share the knowledge of what it is that we do. And that in turn can bring members, prospective members to us. Okay, asking them to come and be a part of our team. Another zone-wide initiative that would love to see before the end of the Lionistic year is to have some additional welcome signs at the ports throughout all of the islands. Some clubs already have some. I know the St. Thomas East End Lions Club has been talking about having a Lions welcome sign at the airport. So whether it's at the airport or Red Hook or the other ferry terminals, Road Town, across the board. So just getting that out there, again, increasing our visibility throughout the community, letting them know that the Lions are here to serve and we welcome them. Okay. So outside of that, again, just thank you. I am here to support you and your clubs, and we'll open up the floor a little later. I know I've taken up a good chunk of your time, a little longer than we had anticipated, but I thank you for being here today. And we'll open up the floor for the chap and sit a little later. Okay. All right. So thank you. Okay. So next we'll have the district governor's song.
This world, we see the need. Lions and Leos mix
All right. I hope you all got up and danced during it, stretch a little bit. All right. All right. So announcements and line events. Again, upcoming tomorrow, we have the Lions Protocol and Practices training on Sunday, April 6th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. via Zoom. That information has been shared with the clubs. And then, of course, we have the Worldwide Induction Day on April 26th. Remember to get your submissions in by the 11th so that they can get in there. And then if you haven't registered already, the MD60 convention is on May 6th through the 8th in Suriname. And of course, we have the International Convention being held in Florida in July. So, now for a little fun. I will call on the esteemed Lion Marvin Grant, PMJF PCC, our tail twister for today. Lion Marvin.
I'm there.
There we go. Thought we had to tail twist you.
Oh, yes, I thought so too. One second. Murphy always plays trick. All right. Good evening, Lion. Lion Zone Chair, Lion Region Chair, other distinguished Lion. My task is simple, and like we've been here for quite a while, so I'll do my best to keep it short. Like our region chair said, he kept it short. And I want to start with my brother Lion Norval. I joined the meeting and I noticed that there were two of you there. And the one that spoke was an avatar. So Lion Norval.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
The guy sung just like you, but he didn't look like you. So for that, we're gonna ask you to pay for utilizing AI. I know you want to introduce us, but I know the Lions wanted to see who Lion Norval Young was. So for showing us that avatar, we can take $2. Now, Lions Zone Chair, I want to take it to be that the clubs will collect these fines and put it in the kitties. Would that be the process? Please confirm.
That would be fine. They're also welcome to make a donation directly to LCIF as well.
Okay, so clubs, your fines can be donated to LCIF. That's the zone chairman's request, and let's please honor that. I also want to find all Lions who are not in uniform like me. So I'll start with myself. So I will pay my fine, and I'll pay $2. My apologies for not being in the zone uniform. That's because I went to work today and I was hoping to leave earlier than I should, but didn't turn out that way. So hence I'm still in work clothes. But I pay my fine. And Dolores, she's there, like Dolores Hart.
Yes, my Margaret.
It's always a pleasure to hear you pray. What a beautiful prayer.
Thank you, my
And
brother.
such a beautiful prayer welcoming the Lord in our midst.
Yes.
We're gonna, like church, we're gonna take a collection. And we don't want to hear any noise. So we gotta take $2.
Not a problem. Okay, my Margaret.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Line Toshi, good to have you. I know Line Kim Joseph was there. She had joined, but then she left. Line Toshi, again, good to see you. Thank you for that wonderful experience we had in Sugar City during the region meeting. And I noticed that you guys have bid for multiple district conventions. So once all goes well, I'll be there to get to enjoy some more of Sugar City. Lion Helena, Lion Region Chair Franklin, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your remarks. I note with keen attention your red jacket. And then it came to mind that in our zone, we're talking about changing uniforms. So I'm wondering if you're leading the charge at the district level or at the regional level. Because I know the district blazer is a burgundy. I see you leading us with red. Is that as a result of the DG team, the Flames?
I'm colorblind.
All right. Thank you again, and thank you for that wonderful report. Looking forward to assisting with tomorrow's afternoon's presentation. Lion Helen Hart, I noticed you joined Lion Norval and you didn't turn on your camera while presenting. But before I do, I must say excellent report. Congrats on attracting 4 new members. And as you stressed, you were very specific that there were 4 younger members. So we would want you to pay for attracting youth among, as you put it, seasoned lions. So we'll take a few dollars for attracting young people into your club. And I turn to my president, Lion Amaral. Thank you for your leadership throughout this year. Excellent report. But I want to ask you why you refuse to recognize the zone chair. You came on and you started with the region chair and all other dignitaries, and you did not recognize the zone chair, who's the principal person at this meeting. So you want to tell us why?
Thank you, Lion Marvin. I think maybe my signal was going in and out at the time of recognizing the
Signal was going in and out at the time. Okay.
Yes, so I believe
I
it may have
see,
gone
I
out
see,
just
I
right then and
see.
came back in at the time for when I spoke about region chair.
I got you. Wonderful.
And as well, the power
Technology,
went
right?
out. Yes.
I know the power short in your report, but then somewhere in your report you told us that your membership are lying horizontal instead of vertical. I wonder what you were getting at. Could you tell us? All right, skip that. We'll go to the third point. I noticed, based on my observations, suggest that you were listening to President Trump on the tariffs and were looking into food security within the BVI, or at least Lions Club of Tortola. You were starting to wonder why I say this. But I counted from when I started counting in your presentation. I counted over 125 arms or harms. So I want to take it that you're ensuring that food security is well on the way in the BVI. Thank you very much, Lion President, for your service. And please, of course, you have to pay for food security. Who else I have? And after the Sampson, excellent report. Not a report, sorry, excellent presentation. It was very, very stimulating. But explain to us the term you use, people join Lionism for relationships. Could you tell us what? All right, don't tell us. We will just ask you to pay.
I plead the fifth.
And finally, Lion Zone Chair, let me congratulate you on an excellent meeting. Well run. We're happy to be able to see you in action. And as the saying goes, better late than never. And it was certainly worth the wait. So for keeping us waiting for such a wonderful experience, I will now charge you the fine of $2. Thank you again to all other Lions who are on the call and who I have not twisted. Please ensure that you make a contribution of $2 to your club. towards your club's Melvin Jones Fellow donation. Thank you again. Congratulations to all presidents for the wonderful reports that they've given and the wonderful work that the clubs are doing within their communities. I know those less fortunate persons are very, very happy with what we are doing. I commend you, and I encourage that we continue to strive for excellence in ensuring that those persons' needs are met. Again, I thank you, Lion Zone Chair, for the opportunity, and good evening to all.
Thank you, Lion Marvin. We truly, truly appreciate it. And thank you for the little light that you shed on the meeting. Thank you. And we definitely look forward to your training tomorrow.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Lion Zone Chair.
Of course. All right. So before we adjourn, again, I welcome you to stay back and grab a glass of wine or beverage of your choice. You could get a snack at this point because we did run late. But just stay back. We're going to open up the floor to everyone to share any feedback, answer any questions you might have on anything across the board in Lionism. Okay. I want to thank you all for coming this evening and staying with us. Thank you to Lion Dolores for the opening prayer. Thank you to Lion Pauline for the reading of the the Lions Code of Ethics. Lion Hakeem for stepping up to the plate and reading the Leo Club objects. And thank you to Lion Daffodil for the amazing workshop that you gave to us. It was a well-needed presentation, and we always thank you for all that you are doing as membership. Thank you to all of the presidents again, presidents, secretaries, and your members for everything that you are doing. Thank you for the reports. They were a wealth of knowledge and information to share, sharing those highlights and everything that you're doing. Continue to do the work that you're doing, igniting the flames of service. Okay, and thank you as well to Lion Kamika for the update on the zone uniforms and the survey. Please, Lions and Leos, go ahead and complete that survey so that we can get the ball rolling on that. And thank you, Lion Region Chair, for joining us this evening and for your remarks. And again, Lion Marvin for the till twisting. Thank you, everyone, for joining this evening. If no one has any additional announcements or anything to note at this time, I will officially adjourn this meeting at 7:42 p.m. Okay. And now for a little fun. Okay. So now is the time. I'll give you a couple minutes to step away, grab your glass of wine, beverage of your choice. You can have water if you like. But now is the time for the sip and chat. So
all right.
All right. So first, if everyone has a glass, raise your glass, and I say a toast to you, to our zone, our region, our district, and to Lions International.
All right. We toasting.
All right. Okay. So